4 wins from 5 Premier League games for Liam Rosenior, an appointment that was controversial and often laughed at, but he has started with flying colours. Liaz, what's your take on this appointment? How do you think he's doing right now?
I actually think he's doing a pretty good job, because when Maresca left the club and they went for Rosenior, I kind of expected this to be a disaster for the remainder of the season for Chelsea. No disrespect to Rosenior, what he did at Strasbourg was great, but coming into a job as seemingly volatile as the Chelsea one, especially after such a good manager and Maresca had already left the job, felt like he was kind of set up to fail. But I actually think he's come in and added stability and almost a feel of positivity around the club. Now, I kind of feel for him, because Rosenior almost seems like he's in the mold of Ole Gunnar Solskjaer in terms of personality, in that everything they say is almost put under a microscope because they don't have that Jose Mourinho aura to them. But this is just the kind of personality these guys are. And I think when you look at the football and the results that Rosenior is producing on the pitch for Chelsea, I find it very difficult to look at it anything but positively. He guided Chelsea into the next round of the Champions League in the top 8, beating Napoli in the process away from home. That's got to be a big check. Ease them into the next round of the FA Cup with a resounding 5-1 win over Charlton. That's got to be a big check. And in the Premier League, if it wasn't for a late capitulation against Leeds, we're talking about the guy cutting his hair for Man United, they would have gotten 5 wins in a row, man. So I think he's done brilliantly. And another thing I like that he's done is really got João Pedro back to playing his best football. He looks back to the player that we saw at the Club World Cup and for Brighton last season. He's looked really, really good. The only thing I can say about him at the moment is, first of all, I didn't like how he managed the second leg against Arsenal. But also, it looks like recently he's not setting up his team the best from the start and almost having to make changes to get his team over the line. I'm not sure how sustainable that is long term, because eventually you got to get it right from the word go. But one thing's for sure, when you look at the results and the performances that his team is putting in right now, I think you can say it's a resounding success so far.